everybody, and we are live. I'm JohnnyKpicks, and alongside me, I have MiaHasDiggles, and
Hello.
we are going to go over our post-fight reactions for UFC 272 Covington and Masvidal.
And what a night. We had Joe Rogan back, and the Lavender Pimp Bruce Buffer was with us tonight.
Mhm.
We started off with a lightweight or a light heavyweight bout, which is always interesting. Jacoby and Oleksiejczuk. Your thoughts, Johnny?
Well, good fight. I had a bet on this. The bet I had was over 2.5 rounds, and it was a little dicey, I will say. Overall, I mean, it was a pretty good fight to start the card off. I did think this fight shouldn't be the opener to the whole night because I thought it was better than that. But Jacoby started landing some better strikes in the second and third round. McCall looked really good in the first round. And after that, it just seemed like he got a little tired, I think. And I think Jacoby just kept outpacing him a little bit. And yeah, I mean, from there, it was just Jacoby all day for me.
Yeah, Michal definitely got the first round. Jacoby looked very wooden in the first. He looked stiff, but definitely pulled through. And for me, I think he got rounds 2 and 3. So.
Me too.
And I made the comment that it was such a kickless fight. I was like, what the heck? Like, Jacoby's really supposed to be a kickboxer. But come to find out after the fight that he had a lot of leg and foot injuries going into the fight. So that explains it.
Exactly. And that's another thing that you brought up because I really thought Jacoby was going to use his range more with his kicks. And I think he threw like one kick in the first round. And then he didn't throw any kicks until like 3 seconds left in the third round. So I was like,
when you knew it,
what's
nothing
going
left to
on?
lose.
You're just going to box a really good boxer? Like, you're going to make this a lot closer than it really should be. But I thought Jacoby was going to win a little bit more easily. I mean, he still won 29-28 unanimously, but I thought it was a Jacoby fight. He won it. It's all that matters. He was hurt. His legs were hurt, I guess, and like you said. So I'll give him a little bit of credit. I'll believe him. I mean, I can't not. So overall, it was a good start of the night.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
Yeah.
Nothing much else to say. All judges had it 29-28, which is pretty fair.
So far, the judges are going good. That's the first fight, though.
There's many more fights
to go,
so we'll see. There were some questionable commentary as well as reffing, so we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
And then we move on to Smith and Ludovit Klein.
So this fight went completely different than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be, well, the first round kind of was, it kind of played out the way I thought. It was kind of a striking showdown. Ludovit Klein was showing off his kicks and punches, his good jabs. Smith was doing the same thing. He was showing off his striking. And then the second round hit, I think Klein was pretty gassed. And he just pushed up Smith against the fence for I had to have been 10 minutes of fence control time, which I did not see whatsoever. I did have a bet that this fight wouldn't go the distance. And I bet
did it.
And it did. But I bet you if this fight was ran back 10 times, all 10 times, this fight, someone would have get knocked out or finished in this fight. This is like an anomaly. I just don't believe that this fight someone didn't get finished in this round. But if you're going to hug each other on the fence for 10 minutes in 2 rounds, and yeah.
I mean, how many times did Mark Goddard have to separate them because of boring clinch work?
At least twice.
So, it was at least twice.
But Smith did come out in the third round. He did look, he was trying to finish him, and it was close. And but I think it went to split decision, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
I know it went to decision, but I think it was a split decision. And I think, I mean, it wasn't a robbery by any means. It was really close, but I think I would give it to Klein, even though I did pick Devontae Smith to win. But you know how that
Sal
goes.
D'Amato had it 30-27 Klein, which is insane.
And yep, good old Sal. If you want a judge to root against, it's Sal. He is by far the worst judge, and you can always tell Sal judged a scorecard when you hear 29-28, 29-28 for the fighter that wins, and then 30-27 for the fighter that didn't win. That was Sal's scorecard. So
that was his pre-written card.
There you go. I mean, I don't think he watches the fights, really. I think he's on his phone and he just writes in the scores for whoever he thinks should win.
Yeah.
So,
but surprising ending to the fight. I definitely thought, I mean, both of those guys are knockout artists. I thought that was going to end in a knockout either way, but not what happened.
yeah.
So,
And a little tip, or not tip, a little stat is Smith had never went to a decision in his career until this fight. And I think this was his 15th pro fight. So I like my bet. I'll make it again. I don't care.
yeah,
It happens.
like you said, an anomaly.
It's an anomaly.
But to make up for last fight, there were a lot of beautiful kicks in this fight. So they definitely made
From
up
both sides.
for, yeah, from both sides.
Both sides.
So they made up for Jacoby.
Yep. Jacoby the boxer, kickboxer, I'm sorry, that doesn't kick. So
Well, give him a break.
he had an injury.
He had an injury. Leave him alone. All right, moving on to our next fight. We have a flyweight fight. It was Tim Elliott and Tagir Ulanbekov.
So Tim Elliott's a weird dude. I just gotta say it right now. Like he just like loves to put his face out there and move like this. Hands are the lowest that you can go, and he's just a weird guy.
His stance is strange. He's weird. Like you said, he leads with his face, and he taunts at the same time. It's just everything about it. He's just a big taunt. He like won this by being a weirdo. Yeah,
and I think the judges got this scorecard wrong. I had it Ulanbekov 29-28 winning rounds 2 and 3, and again the judges ruin lots of people's bets and parlays, and because I mean, come on, I mean round 2 was close. I'll give it that.
Round 2 was close. I missed some of it, but from what I did see, it looked close. Round 1 was definitely an Elliott round, but I thought round 3 was Ulanbekov for sure.
But once again, it's like the judges always just want to just ruin your night, and it's okay. It happens, but it's not a robbery by any. It was a close fight, but I thought Ulanbekov won that fight. So what are you gonna do?
There must have been some anti-Russia sentiment or some bias there going on with the judges, but
maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, Elliott definitely has some dumb brains, though.
Yeah, he has some zombie brains in there because he just keeps pushing forward.
He doesn't. It's like his brain doesn't register.
He just gets hit in the face.
That it's being bounced off his skull, but
cool beans.
Yeah, but all had it 29-28 Elliott. So they were all on the same page for that one, apparently.
Weird, so.
All right, well, that's okay because Nurmagomedov and Kelleher, Nurmagomedov took it home for the team, so.
Yeah, this will be.
And that was the start of the cucumber pants curse.
Oh, yes.
Kelleher had the green pants coming in, so.
If nobody knows what the curse of the cucumber pants is whenever a fighter comes out with green shorts on, they are cursed. So, if you pick a fighter or bet a fighter that has cucumber pants on, you will probably lose 99% of the time. Every once in a while, you'll get lucky, but that's number 1 of the night.
Yeah.
That lost. Brian Kelleher had cucumber pants on.
If you see cucumber pants, you know what's up.
Exactly.
So.
But it was a quick submission in the first round. Nothing really to go over. Umar is legit. He's going to be a problem in the bantamweight division that's already stacked. And he made quick work of Kelleher. I was like this close of making Umar wins by decision, or not decision, I'm sorry, wins inside the distance bet. I didn't make it. I'm mad at myself. But great performance.
Yeah.
It was pretty simple for him. I mean, he made it look easy, let's be honest.
He did. Those were some really
And Kelleher's a good guy. Like a good fighter. Like he's no like up and coming contender series guy or something. Right. So
those were some great early prelims, though. Surprisingly,
yeah. I didn't do good in the picks. I'll tell you that. I think I went 2-2, but I mean, it was crazy. But let's see what we got here. What's up, Blood Money? How's it going, man? Think you did good on your bets too? I think I did pretty good as well. So I think we did good.
You kind of caught up towards the end of the night, but
yeah, it was just a rough start in the beginning. I was scared. I was like, this is not going to be a good night.
It was looking shaky, but
the judges are not liking my bets, and they don't want any of my picks to win. But it's all right. It all made up for it as the night goes on.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, moving right along, since that was a nice and easy finish for Umar, but we have Marina Moroz and Maria Agapova. Our first bad blood fight of the night.
This is a bad bet of the night for me. I thought Agapova was going to roll here, Like, no issues whatsoever. She's going to be the better striker, and she has a decent grappling game. And as long as she keeps it on the feet, she's going to be good. Well, she didn't keep it on the feet. She got worked the first round. And after the first round, I had PTSD because she looked exactly like she looked in the Dobson fight, where she like just went all out, and her gas was gone. And I saw her on the stool, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
she ain't gonna win. There's no way. So it was just a bad bag.
She showed some toughness at the end of the first. She kind of twisted out of a rear naked choke, and then as well as an arm bar. So she showed some promise and toughness, but I don't know. She just gasses, and then she's terrible.
Yeah, and maybe I underestimated Miraz. I mean, I knew she had good grappling, but I didn't know she had that good of grappling. Like, she smothered Agapova, and got to give her credit where credit's due. It was a very bad bet by me, bad read, whatever you want to say. That was probably the worst of the night, I would say. Yeah. There might be one more. I can't think of it until we get there. But not much to go over. Great win by Miraz. She looked great.
What kind of choke was that? Was that like a head and arm choke, did they call it?
Yeah. I can't remember exactly which one it was.
Yeah, but it ended in a choke.
Yeah. So. Some kind of choke. Let's see what we got. Oh, I skipped one. Sorry. So, shitty night, shake my head. Hey, we all have them. Trust me. Blood Money says, hell yeah, we both did good. I went 5-3 for plus 380. That's nicely done. Should have been 6-2, but I don't know.
Uh-oh.
We'll get to that fight in a little bit. That Agapova fight was terrible. Yes, it was.
She's disappointing. I don't know.
You know, she officially made my fade list. I will never bet Agapova, and I know she's good, and she has all the tools. And I know she's young. She's 24 years old, but man, I just can't. That gas tank, no.
Yeah.
Even though she looked amazing against Mazo too, amazing against Mazo.
Oh, hello.
Never again. Never again.
All right, we continue.
Fool me once, shame on me. Wait, you? Was it you or me? I don't know.
It wasn't me. That's for sure.
That's twice, okay? Agapova fooled me twice.
She fooled
I bet against her against Mazo, and I bet on her against Miraz. There you go. I can't win. She made the fade list. There you go.
Yep, she gone.
She gone.
All right, continuing the cucumber pants curse, we have Kennedy Ncheku versus Nikolai Negamoreno.
I will say right now, I had a bet on Nick, and he got lucky. I'll be honest. I thought it was at best a draw, because I thought it was going into the third round. It was 1-1. It was very close, though. It could have been 2-0 Kennedy. I don't think it would have been 2-0 Nick. So at 1-1 at worst, and then the eye poke kind of screwed up everything. And Kennedy should have won that round 9-9, and that's a draw.
Yeah.
I mean, at best, it was a draw, or Kennedy won. So him coming out ahead, I'll take it. I am going to run with it. I'm not saying anything. You just heard what I said, actually. I think he probably lost. But I would have been okay with the draw. I would have got my money back. I would have been okay with that. But, hey, if you get those free bets like that, you got to take it. You got to run and just move on to the next one.
Be humble.
And be humble about it. Admit that was lucky and move on. Don't even brag.
I don't know. Obviously, Nick was very hittable in the third, but it was because of the eye poke. So, I mean, sure, Kennedy won that third round, but...
I'll admit, though, Kennedy did look a little bit better than he usually did. His striking was a little bit more technical, but I don't know if that was just because Nick was a little hittable today. I don't know if he didn't want to rush forward like he usually does. He didn't want to, like, push the pace. So I don't know if that was just leaving him open and Kennedy was just picking him apart. But, I mean, it was kind of a weird fight. I didn't see it playing out like that, and I especially didn't see the eye poke at the end. So it was just a weird fight and all. Nick probably got lucky a little bit. I'll admit it. So all the Nick bettors out there, hey, take it and run, like I said.
I guess he was lucky, but he was being swatted at like a cat. His eyes were like...
Well, that's true. Kennedy could not keep his fingers.
He couldn't keep his fingers to himself.
Ooh. That was like the third time.
How many warnings?
I think was it Mark Smith that said 3 times? Mark Smith warns everybody.
It was.
And he didn't like he warns people before it even happens. Like he can see in the future. He's like, watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. I'm like, geez, okay, calm down. I just literally am doing this and the guy's 5 feet away from me.
I mean, he called it, so. But you could tell then afterwards in the third, he actually closed his fist. So you know he can do it.
Yeah. Let's see what
he just didn't take it seriously.
Yep. Blood Money. That fight was wild. I thought draw 2, but I was so damn happy that they finally got one over us. You know what? Yeah. Thanks, Blood Money. You know what? I think I come out on so many bad calls, and I'll take one like this. I know I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it, but I'll take it.
You've been robbed in the past.
But I've been robbed so many times in the past that I can. It's crazy. Here's another one here. Juan says Kennedy had a bad performance. He didn't let go his powerful punches. That's true. I think, he's just a weird guy, though. I can't bet him. I don't want to say he's on my fade list, but I just can't bet him, even though he should be dominant in that division at 6'5", and they have like an 83-inch reach or something like that. It's crazy. And then Blood Money said if Kennedy would go nuts on people, he'd be a force to be reckoned with. But he is just too nice of a guy. He's just too nice. He's just a nice guy. He's a savage, but he's a nice guy.
He's a nice savage.
All right, what's the next one here?
All right, we have MiaHasDiggles and Yan Shannon.
Oh, you go
first. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'll give Shannon the first round.
100%.
But the next two were definitely Rodriguez. So
I 100% agree with that. Sorry, Blood.
Sure.
But Yan looked real good in the first. She was super quick. She was way faster than.
She was pushing forward.
Yes.
She had Rodriguez on her back foot.
Yep.
But that all changed in round 2 and 3.
Yeah, and I think what happened was Rodriguez started getting her reads down, and I don't know if that illegal knee did anything to maybe slow down Yan. I don't know.
Are you talking about the crotch shot?
The crotch shot, yeah. I don't know if I mean I wouldn't know personally coming from a woman.
So okay, guys, I'm confused why they brought a doctor in. I've never seen that because okay, fine, men wear cups, but there's significantly more jingle jangle down there for guys. So I've never seen a doctor be brought in when a guy gets a nut shot. So that was totally confusing to me. But I could definitely see Shannon coming online and saying, well, I lost the fight because that crotch shot really disabled me for the rest of the fight. I could definitely see her using that as an excuse.
Hey, coming from a woman, you heard it here first. No change in the game? No game changer?
No way, man. No way. That was not a game changer. Okay.
But going back to the fight, sorry guys. I really thought that after the first round, Rodriguez got her reads in. She started picking apart Yan a little bit more. And as the fight went on, I don't know if Yan was starting to fade a little bit with her gas tank or what. But
sorry, reading the chat.
I don't know if Yan was reading. I can't even talk.
Was Yan reading the chat?
She's reading the chat. Anyways, I'll make a long story short. Rodriguez got better as the fight went on. In the third round, she definitely won. Round 2 was close. I still would have gave it to Rodriguez, but that's how I had it, 29-28 Rodriguez. I don't even think it needed to go to split decision. But then again, every fight's going to split decision if it goes to decision. It doesn't matter. So here's a tip from JohnnyKpicks. Bet on split decisions every fight. If you think it's going to go to decision, bet it split decision. You'll probably get plus 400, 500, 600 or better. So little tip there. I might try it out next week. Who knows?
You should. You should take your own advice.
Why not? Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Blood Money. That's debatable. Yeah. Well, it's debatable. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Rodriguez didn't do enough in the second. Debatable. I'm gonna say debatable. I thought so, but debatable.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, it's. I'm not being like sarcastic. I think it is debatable.
No, I think Rodriguez landed some good shots and better shots, arguably. So.
Mm-hmm.
And she did push forward a lot more in the second.
Yeah, and like it like swung, like she just like flipped the script, like it just went, like their roles reversed all of a sudden.
Right.
Blood Money said, that crotch shot was terrible, game changer. coming from a woman, it is not a game changer. So sorry, blood. Doctor had to feel and make sure. I think that's what we were laughing
Right,
at. Yeah. Let's see. Jan at plus 235 with a great call, though. Jan super tough. Yeah, she's good.
She looked good.
And
though.
I think we were even talking about that. And the line was super wide. And it should have been a little bit closer. I think Rodriguez started out at like minus 300 and it went down to like minus 250. Then it kind of slowly started creeping back up to like 275 range. But it should be like around 170, minus 180 Rodriguez. But because that was too wide, as you can see, the fight was real close. So that's not a minus 200, minus 2 or 300 fight by any means.
For sure,
Yep.
for sure.
Move
All right, moving right along, we had Jalen Turner and Jamie Malarkey. What a day at the office for Turner. He was so relaxed. What a great fight for him. What do you think, John?
Wow. So I did not see that happening. I knew Turner was going to be, he's a strong, powerful striker. He has long reach for the division. He's tall. And man, he made Jamie Malarkey look like I don't want to say a bum or anything, but man, I thought this fight was going to be a lot closer. The first round shocked me because I thought maybe it would just been a lot closer, but Turner was piecing them up and landing cleanly. And then Malarkey started going to his wrestling, which that's where I thought like, well, this fight's going to be close if he keeps going to his wrestling. Well, the second round hit, bam. Malarkey.
Yeah, Malarkey looked really quick, but Turner just looked really relaxed. Even when he got taken down, he was still very calm.
Mm-hmm.
And then, round 2 told the tale. So.
Yep.
Oh, that was the third leg in our cucumber curse parlay.
Oh, the cucumber curse parlay. Malarkey,
yes, Malarkey did have green pants on.
Had green pants on and lost.
Take notes.
So did we say Kennedy had cucumber pants too? That was the second.
Yeah, we mentioned them all.
Okay, just want to make sure.
We made sure.
So Kelleher, Kennedy, and we just said it. Malarkey. All had green shorts on, cucumber pants, and they lost.
So the cucumber pantaloon
a little
curse.
Tip from JohnnyKpicks. You won't know until they start walking out, though. If you live bet, fade the cucumber pants. Do it.
The curse persists.
Yes. Trust me. Let's see what we got here. Turner looked real good. He improved so much in the last 2 years. Yeah. And when he fought Medic, I was kind of high on Medic. I really thought he was going to come in and dominate Turner because I wasn't too impressed with Turner, but he dominated Medic. And I was like, man, maybe Medic isn't that good. And then looking at this fight, no, Turner's that good.
It makes the Medic loss just a little bit more respectable.
And is Medic Serbian?
He just might be.
Interesting. She's Serbian.
All right, guys. It's the main Carterino. We had Greg Hardy and Sergey Spivak.
Oh, yes. So this was my second no-brainer pick of the night. I just couldn't back Hardy one bit. I knew he had a puncher's chance because he's a heavyweight, and 90% of the heavyweights have a puncher's chance every fight. And I just saw nothing. There was nothing that I could back Hardy on.
Oof, what a big guy. He looked twice the size.
He's a monster. Don't get me wrong. But Spivak, he's not anything great. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good wrestler. His striking, it needs improvement. But if he gets you down on the ground, it's for a heavyweight division, because heavyweights don't wrestle that much other than like Curtis Blades. It's game over. And
he got takedown, he just tied takedown after takedown after takedown, which is quite impressive given Hardy's size. But
yeah,
that was a cakewalk by Spivak. I mean, he made it look so good.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people were picking Hardy, but I was just like, I don't get it. Like, other than the one punch power, I get that. But even that, I was like, there's just no way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like, you could totally see Hardy winning by knockout, first round knockout. If you wanted to bet Hardy, first round knockout would have been the only bet I would have done. And I would have been like, cool beans. Like, you got it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way he was going to win. Or even do like a first minute KO. Like, that would have been a good bet too. But because he wasn't going to win after like 2 minutes.
No.
And I don't think the fight went 2 minutes.
Probably not. It was pretty quick.
Let's see what we got here. But yeah, I mean, it was a quick fight too. Spivak's just a good wrestler. I mean, Hardy can't do anything on his back, and once he gets taken down, it's over. So let's see. The first round was one of the best rounds I've seen in a while. Fade Cucumber Pants is noted. Yes. So make sure you live bet Fade Cucumber.
Live bet Fade.
Maybe we get good odds on Medic next time against Bum. Yes. I think he's fighting May 7th. I don't remember against who though.
Maybe he needs a bump to come back.
I hope so. He needs a win.
Yeah.
Because he just needs to be a little bit more just needs some more technical. He has the aggression. I like
he does have the killer
power
instinct.
and the killer instinct. He just needs to be finely tuned into that machine. So a little bit more technical, I think could be okay.
Rounding to him.
Yeah. And he was fighting in the regional scenes. So I mean, that was his UFC debut, I believe. So great call, bro. Yeah, thanks. I'll take it. See, Ahmad said, I got screwed tonight. How'd you get screwed, Ahmad? I mean, I got
there were many ways.
A lot of people got screwed.
Right.
So feel free to post in the chat how you got screwed. I mean, we'll go down the list. I mean, there's a ton. Let's go to the next fight.
All right, moving on from Greg Hardy, since he showed us that size doesn't always matter. We have Kevin Holland and Alex Oliveira. So what an exciting fight.
This was my first no-brainer pick of the night. Holland rolled. First round, though, I might have gave that to Cowboy, though, because
it was close.
It was a close round, but that takedown at the end was hilarious. That's all I remember. And then they like zoomed in on Kevin Holland, which is the thumbnail, and he was just like, "We good, don't worry." But Kevin Holland's better at welterweight. Like he has more of an advantage. He's probably gonna be the taller fighter. He's definitely gonna have the reach advantage on a lot of the welterweights, and I think his striking is good. It can be great. And a thing about Kevin Holland, though, when he's in the welterweight division is if he does get taken down, he gets up. He doesn't accept it. And when he was in the middleweight division, the guys are bigger and they're actually better wrestlers at who he was fighting at the time. So he couldn't do anything. So, I mean, in the second round hit and he ended up getting the knockout, and that was going to happen. I mean, I thought he was going to win by a weird submission, which was close in the first round.
He almost had a heel hook or something.
Heel hook.
Yeah. He tried for it, but...
What did you think?
I liked how he ended the first round in a stylish fashion.
Yeah,
that was pretty.
That was the one thing that I even remember. I mean, he's a good dude. Let's be honest. He's entertaining.
Yeah.
He likes to put on a show, and he says some funny stuff. But he's a respectable guy. Like he just wants, just attention.
Called out the next Cowboy. That was
fun. And he'll probably, if that ever happens,
my gosh,
dominate.
That's a KO waiting to happen.
Not even fun. All right, let's see what we got. All right, let's fucking go. Big Mouth. Yup. Holland for the win. That was a huge. I had like 2 or 3 bets on Holland parlays and all that stuff. I'm like, Holland better win this one or I'm going to freaking go insane. So Ahmad got screwed by Edson and Devontae. Yeah.
That'll do it.
I picked Edson and Devontae, so I didn't bet it, but I picked them, and I was like, totally get it. Let's see. Blood says Cowboy pieced him up in the first. Kevin's going to be great at 170. I totally agree. I probably would have gave Cowboy that first round, like I said. It was close, though. Okay, let's see. Ahmad and my dearest, most loving Agapova. Yeah.
Oh no.
That was my bad bet of the night. She is on my official fade list. If you didn't hear, I will never bet her again. I'll probably bet her opponent every freaking time because of that gas tank. And gotta head out, guys. Great show. Thanks for coming out, Blood.
Have a good night.
I'll talk to you later. All right,
moving right along, we had Edson Barboza and Bryce Mitchell.
Speaking of that,
pretty clear domination there.
Yeah, I was just straight up grappling, ground control, domination, whatever you want to say. Doug Nasty's the truth, guys. I thought this might have been a little bit too big of a step up in competition. I thought Edson was going to come in and kind of piece him up on the feet because Mitchell's not really known for his striking. He's known for his amazing cardio and grappling and ground pressure, all that good stuff. But he ended up actually tagging Edson in the first round, which kind of shocked me. I was like, are you kidding me? And then after that, Edson just didn't feel like getting up from the ground. And I know Mitchell's good on the ground and has really good top control when he's down there. But, I mean, Mitchell's only getting better. He's like 27 years old. And if he could just get a little bit of more strike, like his striking just work a little bit more, like he's going to be a problem in the featherweight division.
He accumulated a lot of ground control time.
Probably like 12 minutes of ground. It was insane.
It was
like, I don't want to say it was a boring fight, but you knew after like the round and a half mark, you knew he was going to win. I was like, there's just no way. I was like, this is like rinse and repeat. And then sure enough, like got him down the ground. Rest of the round was on the ground. I'm like, yeah, just call it right now. It's over.
No, it was by no means boring. Bryce Mitchell's a joy to watch. So, I mean, he's good at what he does. And there was no urgency from Barboza to get up. He just kind of accepted it. But
yeah, I don't know if it was maybe like his cardio because he used to be at 155.
They were mentioning that a lot.
Yeah. So I don't know if the cardio I don't think so. But they were leaning into that excuse heavily. But I just thought Edson would have gave him a little bit more trouble than what he showed. Let's put it that way. Yeah. And I picked him. So
one judge gave it to Mitchell 30-25. What do you think about that?
30-25?
Yeah, we had a 30-25, 30-26, and 30-27.
I could see that because Edson didn't do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what was anything that Edson did? A couple leg kicks in the first round before he got taken down or before he got knocked down. And then stayed on the ground for the rest of the round. Right. So
he got to his feet once in round one, but that's nothing to write home about.
And that's what I was kind of worried about when I was picking this fight. I was hoping that he was going to be able to win the first round and stay on his feet. And then maybe the second round he can steal. And the third round, I was like, man, he's probably not going to win the third round because Mitchell has really good cardio. So, yep. Overall, I mean, that was a bad pick. You live and learn. Let's see. Yep. Okay.
All right. Moving right along, we have Rafael dos Anjos and Renato Moicano.
So I picked RDA here. I know it was Moicano took this on short notice, but that was literally the reason why I picked RDA because Moicano wasn't going to win this fight. Let's be honest. On 5 days short notice, he had to travel from Brazil. I think it was like a 20-hour travel time. So he got to Vegas with 3 days left.
Oh, no.
And he didn't have a training camp. He didn't train for 5 rounds. And RDA was training for a 5-round fight. I mean, there was literally too much obstacles for Moicano to even think about overcoming them.
He's probably still overcoming jet lag.
Exactly. So, I mean, I was actually shocked that the betting line for RDA went down to -160, 165. And once I saw that, I was like, I gotta bet RDA and parlay him with something else because, I mean, Holland would have been a good one. Colby Covington, I think I did that last minute on one of my bets, which won. And I mean, that was just it was almost a no-brainer pick for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even if Moicano had a full fight camp, RDA is really good everywhere. He's super well-rounded. He has good striking. He's a tough guy. Good wrestling. He's experienced. Good grappling. Good submit. Anything. He's just very solid all the way around. So it was a tough task for Moicano.
It was just RDA round after RDA round after RDA round. It was crazy.
And then in the 5th round, RDA totally didn't want to finish him after that.
He took it easy on him.
He took it easy on him. He was letting him get some punches. You could tell. So I'm sorry for all the RDA round 5 bettors because I would have been mad.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because he could have finished him in the 5th round. And potentially the fight shouldn't even have went on, to be honest. The doctor could have stopped that. And Mark Goddard was hilarious because he even asked the doctor twice. He's like, are you sure? Are you telling me that he can see out of his eye? I was like, dude, this guy wants to stop the fight. Yeah. But he's making the doctor stop the fight. And
yeah, those doctors sometimes. And, Moicano's corner came off kind of awful. After the first round, I heard them tell Moicano, you had a perfect round. I'm like, what were they watching?
Yeah, I know. That was the least perfect round.
And then at some point later on, they were like, RDA's dying. You got this. Like, what? And then
No, not
they
even
just
close.
let him go into the 4th round and take unnecessary additional damage for no reason, just to lose anyway. I don't know. It kind of didn't sit well with me. It just stinks to see them take so much additional damage for literally nothing.
Yep. I mean, gotta give the guy props. He showed a lot of heart.
No, I mean, yeah, that's not on him. That's on his
Well, he had to
corner.
show, he had to show some heart for
Right.
the 5th round.
He
So,
did.
but yep, we're good.
Yep.
I'm good with that. You're on the zone.
So we're moving on to our Fugazi grudge match.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal. We all knew, let's be honest. We all knew Colby Covington was going to dominate. The only chance Jorge had was in the 1st round. If he would have caught Colby with something crazy.
He tried with his flying ass.
Hey, the first 5 seconds he tried.
Yeah.
But as the fight went on, Colby only got stronger, and that's like his MO. He starts out a little slow, but he actually dominated the 1st round. So I was like, yeah, Colby's not going to lose this fight. Like, it's 100%. And Colby was in trouble once when he landed that one shot in the 4th round, maybe.
And then he landed on his knee and popped right back up.
Yeah, and he popped right up like in a second after that. And like I think the only reason why he dropped to one knee is because he didn't see it.
Right.
And because Colby has a really good chin and he's really tough. And he just kept pushing and grinding out Jorge and just relentless wrestling. And Jorge had nothing, no answers for it. He didn't want to be on the ground. He did. I'll give him credit, though. He didn't get submitted. Let's put it that way. He kept fighting and surviving. And then when he got to the feet, he was just drained. You could tell he had nothing left. He could barely even throw a punch. And I think that one punch he did connect on Colby in the 4th round, that was everything he had. Because I know the announcers were like, go after him.
He didn't go after him.
He didn't have any juice to go after him because that was all he had.
Right.
But it was just a really good win for Colby. He's just like the 2nd tier because Usman's up here, Colby's right underneath, and then you have this much space, and then you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's just nobody there at the moment. I know there's people coming up, Chimaev, Rachmanov in that division, but right now it's Colby and Usman. You can do another fight with them because it's going to be a good fight. It's going to sell a lot of pay-per-views. And honestly, there's just nobody ready for Usman yet. Unless you want to wait for Chimaev to win against Burns and maybe one more fight. Unless you want to jump him up already. But between that time, you might as well throw another Usman Colby in there. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, Colby's striking didn't look half bad either.
No, I mean, he's not the most technical per se, but he does have good striking. And he didn't really need it per se. He just needed his wrestling, and that's how he was going to win this fight. Hands down. And he just went in there, and that's how he should have won. That's how I thought he should have won. And he implemented his game plan.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do when you're a fighter. You need to implement a game plan and go in there. When people like go away from their game plan, you're just like, what are you doing? Like, you have to grapple and win. And you can't just strike with a striker. It's something like that. It's nerve-wracking when you see people like fighters do that, and you're like, you're not a striker, why are you striking with them? You need to wrestle. Or you're not a wrestler, stop grappling with them, get up off the ground and stop trying to do submissions off your back. Like, just do what you're good at and go for it, and that's how you're going to win most of your fights.
Can we talk about Herb Dean for a second?
So
how many things did Herb Dean not see in this fight?
I want to say I needed an illegal knee from a grounded opponent to hit my Herb Dean missed call bingo scorecard.
What didn't he see? An eye poke, a nut shot.
Yep. Didn't see that.
There was one more.
Elbows to the back of the head. Yes. He missed.
Punches to the back of the head.
Yeah, punches as well. Elbows, punches. So, I mean,
the fighters had to tell him, hey, I got poked in the eye.
Herb Dean is not a good ref anymore.
He just, I don't know what he's watching. He just kind of sits there and zones out.
And he gets too close to the fighter sometimes if you really watch him. And he's so slow anyways. And when like a fighter moves left or right, he has to like scurry as fast as he can back. I'm like, stop getting so close, idiot. Like, like you're so close. And then like the camera has to move to a different camera because you're that close because you're in the freaking way. So he's just, I don't know. He's slipping. Let's put it that way.
Herb Dean's
He needs to
funny.
step his game up.
Yeah, I don't know what he's watching.
I
but
personally like Mark Goddard. I think he's
He did
one
well.
of the best refs that UFC has.
Jason Herzog, Lil Keith.
Jason Herzog is really good. Little Keith is good.
I like Lil Keith.
Those are my top 3 guys.
Yeah.
Mark Smith, though, he's very strict.
Chris Tayani, what did he do tonight? Didn't he do some
questionable? It was in the Ulanbekov fight. Like he,
what did he miss?
I think did he miss like fence grabs or something?
He missed. So he called. What was it? An eye poke or a nut shot or something?
Oh no, he missed a Tim Elliott holding Ulanbekov's glove.
Mm-hmm.
He missed a couple other things too, but he scolded him for something.
Then he scolded him for something that didn't really seem like it had happened.
It was like Tim Elliott did like 4 things wrong.
Yeah.
And he only scolded him for once. It was just a warning. I'm like, dude, that totally changed some of the fights, but whatever. You know,
yeah, Elliott was fighting so good.
Yeah, I didn't even bring that up in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot.
There was possible glove grabs.
No, that was a glove.
Elliott was fighting so dirty, like street fighting for sure.
I mean, I don't want to say cheating, but it technically was cheating.
I heard cheating being thrown around in the commentary.
I mean, I think that's what Bisping said. Like, I don't want to say he's cheating, but he's doing something, some veteran stuff, you know.
Don't even get me started on Bisping.
Bisping needs to stop calling rounds. He's not a judge.
He was rooting so hard for Janon too, and then Rogan was like, maybe you shouldn't call the rounds because you get scolded about it online. And he was like, I'm gonna do it anyway.
And he did, and it was completely wrong.
Yes.
Ugh.
Even the judges disagreed with him on that one.
Yep. So that's all we got.
But that's a wrap. We got through all the fights in record time.
Nice. 42 minutes, not too bad. I know it's kind of late probably for everybody, so hope everybody enjoyed UFC 272. We'll probably be doing this next fight card after the fight, so make sure you come on by next weekend.
Thanks for stopping by.
Everybody have a good night.
We out.